Faraway friends, welcome once more to Darkeport, Curse of Strahd edition.
Strahd.
Nothing's been happening in Old Barovia. It's just been a frickin' kumbaya session, let me tell you. So, quick shout out to Constructed Chaos, our sister stream, Alex and Morgan, rest of the Chaos crew. Thank you so much for being on this journey with us. It means a lot. And I look forward to our continued adventures. Also, thank you to the indefatigable Miss Kate Glass, founder of Briarwood Candles over here, who has our signature scent, Seduction. Which is a good reminder for the GM.
How you doing?
About one of the elements of the campaign. It's also frickin' delicious.
You ate one?
He ate it.
I did.
Not recommended.
I was finally overcome.
Kate Glass does not recommend
I was finally overcome.
I wonder if Miss Kate Glass could make little those little wax lips that people make just with the taste of.
Probably.
Oh my god. It'd sell like hot.
One day, Caitlin, I'll out myself about some of my activities at Aveda. Do you remember about eating?
Out himself.
Not on camera.
Not on camera.
We'll save that tidbit for later.
Yes.
We'll put it on Patreon. You guys can go see.
Hey, anything for bonus content, right?
For real.
We're creating a new tier just for disturbing behind-the-scenes stories about us as people.
Lord. Okay, and on that note,
It's quite a price jump.
Yeah.
we have a little.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
We have
SFW
a little candle of tales. No.
It's a
I'm willing to commit
Candle
something
going.
I gotta get paid.
So that we get.
Waya.
Use your magic, Farron. Your magic.
Everything.
Yay.
Spits at it. Just so it turns on.
No, that's venom, darling.
We'll do the.
That's not fun.
We'll do the one cut. You spit, and then it just slides. There you go.
Actually, we did that one time.
We did that one time. We did do that one time. That was for the Daggerheart, I think, is when we did that.
Was that?
It was.
I remember it happened.
All right. So those are also available if you care to see our beta. It was a while ago. Melissa, I think this is yours. Yes, my dear.
Hit us with a journal.
So we do a little journal entry. If you're just joining us for the first time, and this gives the characters on a rotating basis a chance to shine.
Sunshine and joy.
A little
That's what I want
peek
to speak about today.
inside the thoughts. Where to begin?
Yeah, seriously.
It has only been one day, and yet everything has shifted. It would be easy to list the events of the day, to spell out my own failings as a warrior, our mistakes and assumptions, and our successes as we accomplished something profoundly impactful here in this little town. But I cannot do that. Not today. My friend is gone. He went out fighting like a true warrior, and I was determined to not leave him behind for those monsters to change him into something that is no longer Finny. I closed the door. I know I closed that damn church door. But I cannot be in two places at once, and somehow that door was opened. A wolf that once was dead stood there, choosing that moment to give little Sasha a gift. Of course it would be that moment, when no one else was near, when no one else could stop a dead creature from handing out presents and taking what doesn't belong to him. The ache in my chest wants to lash out, to charge into the darkness to find him before they do what they do. But I look at Ismark and his armor covered in blood, and eyes red with his own loss. I see Farron angry and lost in this chaos. I see Durgan, a lone light in the dark cave. And I see Morgie, his heart shattered long ago. And I see Sasha, a bright little thing with a dark, shiny chain wrapped around one ankle. I look back at the barred church door once more and remember how hard it was for Ismark to drive the stake into what was left of his mother. I must begin preparing myself for that moment when I meet the body of Finny once more. I must do the same. Is that what this Dark Lord on a hill's game is? Cause as much pain and heartbreak to others as he feels was so unjustified to him? If so, then whatever he claims to love is already cursed. And if not, then he is nothing but a soul gone mad in a body that still moves. I know I closed that door.
That's good.
That was a good ending.
It's not your fault, Gheera. There's nothing you can do.
Oh my god.
Go into a rage.
I can't do that.
Get a level on Barbarian.
Take it, write it down. He said it. You can't take it back. You can't take it back.
We leveled right now. That would absolutely happen.
Unlock the power of Grumash.
All right, so we move forward a little bit, friends. Not much. So,
After a long rest.
after a long, uneventful rest.
Wow.
Interrupted.
Okay, I can. Okay.
Oh no! If only.
The woodpeckers cry. Oh, sorry.
So you have Morgathi. You were in with Father Petrovich in his study, where he's, truth be told, falls asleep all the time anyway. So it's really no big deal for him to be in here instead of in his normal chambers. So he's just snoozing in his overstuffed chair right now. And you only have the trance for 4 hours anyway. And you are of sound mind and body, outward affectations notwithstanding. So if you need to, you can just, find basically any patch of ground and lie yourself down. It doesn't really matter that much to you. And you've gotten some information as you sit in here. Now, before I turn to the rest of the members, Morgathi's played his cards pretty close to his chest through all of this.
Yes.
Because you had to. You did have a choice. You know the odds that you were up against, and there was more than one time where you were prepared to die if that's how it went down. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling now, having lost 2 allies in one day? Finny and then Fate.
Great.
My feelings on Finny are pretty complicated because he was pretty dangerous, and it was just seemed like he was going further and further and further into it. So I'm oddly relieved that he's dead, and I don't feel great that he's dead either. It's kind of like a warring, weird emotion because he died for us, but he was vicious.
And Fate, who came into the church knowing that she was signing her own death warrant, but standing by y'all anyway.
Appreciative.
Thanks.
But I don't have the connection to her the same way that I do to the group that I've been fighting alongside and adventuring and losing and whatnot. So I wanted to save her last week when I was like trying to get that gentle repose on her, but when it didn't happen and it just couldn't, the spirit was gone. One more time. I have more important things to deal with at this moment.
Okay. So you're remaining relatively composed. I think, actually, let's decide it now. So the 2 characters, it's either Durgan or Morgathi, who's the oldest character in the group. Which of y'all wants to be older? You'd be pretty close.
Older than the elves?
Either way. Like, he's a high elf. Dwarves can get up there, too. They don't live as long.
I just assumed he'd be older because he was an elf, but I guess I don't know what the lifespan of a dwarf is.
I must say, wouldn't I be pretty old?
I don't mind being younger than
You're a young for an elf.
Oh, that's right.
You're just old for a human.
You're still, you're like 120, so.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like 100 something.
Just a baby.
No.
What is the average lifespan of the elves in this world?
750.
Okay. Probably about 200 then, to be jaded enough to be jaded by the over system.
That's what it felt like, and Justin, that's kind of where I had just in my own headcanon is kind of where I had Durgan.
I think we had I don't know, I'd written it down at some point, but it's not on this sheet. But yeah, he's kind of the equivalent of 40-ish.
That's what I thought. So it's going to be around.
Plot twist: they were born on the exact same day.
You know what? Here, let's do a.
They have the same birthday.
Both of you.
In their thoughts.
Wednesday speaking Wednesday.
Both of you roll a die 20. Both of you roll a die 20, and whoever rolls higher is the elder.
Okay.
Randy, roll.
19.
15.
Did you
19?
get 19? Okay, so Durgan's actually the oldest one.
Weird moldy oldie.
Moldy oldie. Wow.
Since we didn't have it written down, we're making
You
canon.
made to
as we
speak
go.
better of your elders.
You said it, not me. You said it.
None of my elders have
So
never done
what was
anything
it?
for me.
What type of magic was it again that kills or hurts a vampire? It's
Radiant damage.
radiant. Oh, that's right. And so moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
That's why I
Moonbeam
have
is
that.
the
That's why I
strongest.
have that saved. Okay.
Moonbeam is the strongest thing you got, darling, as far as that goes.
I just moving
Fuck
everything
'em
since
up
we did a
with
long
the
rest.
moonbeam.
Shit around.
Yeah,
My
so
commercial song, my jingle for the movie. Fuck 'em up with the moonbeam.
And it has a
Single income.
Am I
Moonbeam.
able to read?
Not available as
So I'm trancing for 4 hours, and then for the other 4, I'm just sort of milling about, not really doing much of anything.
yeah, it has to be. You have to keep your activity light, but you
even
can.
living flesh.
But you still have the time.
Would I be able to read during that time? Or okay, great. I want to also
Cause
take out
depression.
the
Cause
history of
life.
Lathander
Cause
in
death.
this world.
There's not much.
Even in this office with him.
It's not much.
So I'll pick what I can and go through it.
There'd be like homilies and little anecdotes isn't the right word, but
Not a true history.
nothing. There's not going to be like a definitive
quick
tome, but you can piece some things together.
All right.
Okay, so we have that. Gheera, I'm going to skip over you for a little bit. I'll probably come to you last because there's a fairly significant thing. Artexia, you had been comforting Sasha, just not really saying much because his grief is so intense right now that words are not helpful. But you've just held space with him, sometimes held him, and he's alternated between sobbing quietly and then just staring off into space. But finally, just through sheer exhaustion, because this has been a hell of a day for everybody, but he's not chosen, so he doesn't have those physical reserves the way that you all do. He just finally fell asleep, and the younger boy who was here, the one that you sent back to warn the father, which is why he actually managed to take out one of the things, so he didn't get taken totally off guard. Yeska is in this room. So if you want to, you can put Sasha to sleep with Yeska. Or all of you guys, or most of you, are going to wind up crammed in here.
And we're in the church and it's protected right now.
It's re-sanctified, yeah.
Since the bones are all sealed up in there, it's a safe place now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick him up and carry him, even though I assume he's big. I know you said he's 19 now.
You can still pick him up.
No, the two of you are about the same size, but you're very strong for your size.
Right. Okay. Good. I was about to say. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna pick him up underneath. He's holding him in my arms, and I'll walk him over to.
Okay. You tuck him into the bed. The even younger Yeska kind of stirs around a little bit, but he doesn't wake up. And it's perhaps a sad thing to you as you look at the one shuttered window, how it's barred, and all these children have known, anybody in this land of misery and mist has ever known as barred windows. And for you, it's bizarre. The thought of something climbing in through a window and attacking you is just bizarre from the world you come from High Terra, or in High Terra.
Can I take a moment to just take after I've looked at this, and I just want to take one more glance for walking out, can I do like any sort of like mental check on him to see if he's like towards any like breaking point or anything like that?
Make an insight check, yeah. As you sit with it. You're
shit.
probably the only character I'd let do this, but you've really stayed with him and you know him the best out of the group.
Yeah, 13 plus whatever the inside.
Surely have something.
I can't remember what inside's wisdom or.
Yeah,
Wisdom.
Yeah, so plus 4, so 17.
at least 17, yeah. Now this is the quiet moment, and part of your ethos is all things in their time, all things in their season. It's hard to say. You'll know more in the morning, but he's handling this with, he's in agony right now after his mother was, in his mind, given back to him just to be taken away again. But because that's just rip that right open, and remember that all happened just 1 year ago. with the Mad Mage's little failed rebellion. But Sasha seems to be holding himself with great inner strength right now. Much very, very different from his brother. Like you heard his brother screaming in agony out in the cemetery, and he and Gheera were holding each other. You also heard Gheera crying at one point through it, so it was not an easy situation for her either. But Sasha's harder,
Yeah.
And actually, now, like, much with full respect to Ismark, Sasha's a much deeper person than his brother. He feels things probably more deeply, and that he has like the true soul of an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Okay, I just give him a little burrito tuck, and I leave the door peaked. I don't shut the door entirely.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Durgan, you alternate, like, for you it's different because you can feel in your body and in the air around you the fact that Saint Andrel has been restored, and through her the presence of the Morning Lord is vibrant in this dingy, even though the stone is dingy and there's literally still blood on the flagstones. That you've won a tremendous victory here, but at a steep cost. Where are you staying while this is going on, or what are you doing? I know you're sleeping, but aside from that, is there anything, or maybe you're just exhausted, or you just are kind of praying and sleeping? The father, by the way, has put Fate's body into the viewing room.
It was taken by Rictavio.
Oh no, you're right.
By a blob.
You're right. No, carried off in the blob procession.
Most graceful and dainty little
Right.
blob.
We forgot to tell Kenzie that.
Yeah.
So Rictavio took the.
He's taking other bitches now? That's great.
Rictavio has a blob. And the blob's name was Eleanor?
Eleanor.
Eleanor is the blob's
She's a
name.
dainty
It's actually kind of cute.
Dainty blob. She's like just like the one you fought in Death House, but like, apparently intelligent.
Oh.
And a girl.
Well, I bet the other one was intelligent too. No. Mind control.
It had needs. Good catch, Reddy. Okay, so what do you want to do?
He'll spend a little time praying just for his own sanity's sake, and like just kind of absorbing what little victory we have having this place stand. Both, not just physically, but spiritually.
You stand in the presence of a miracle as the stone is like smooth as glass behind the pulpit now.
I don't know. He'll probably just try to find a place to sleep. If need be, even on the pews, if need be.
You could go into the viewing room and sleep. You can find a pew if you want to.
I don't really want to make a habit of being separated.
Okay.
So, if there's room in either one of these rooms, or even if there's space in here, I don't know. You said he's the father's
snoozing in his chair,
own chair.
and then Morgathi is in there. Yeah, you could get into the father's chambers, which is where most of the group is sheltered.
Just put a bedroll down if need be, and then just sleep.
Okay. Theron?
He's gonna sleep while he can.
Indeed. Gheera's long night is not over. I promise we'll get there, Melissa. Gheera's long night is not over. So, Theron, you are in the father's chambers. I think you were one of the first ones to actually settle in there. And through that side, so toward most of the rest of the town, shutters barred, the whole thing, you hear a like soft, persistent sobs on the other side.
He's done a lot of sobbing. Am I able to like peer through the window there?
You peer through the shutter, and not even all the way across the street. There are some trees partially obscuring it. but you see a slender form you think is male, but it's very hard to tell at this distance. And I always have to ask this: you do have dark vision? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so you can make out a bit more. So there's
everyone that's an actual player at the table has
dark vision now. You're right. So you can see in 5e, I guess it's grayscale, so it's black and white, but you can still tell from the hair it would be lighter hair, and it is indeed a man. He seems to be pretty well dressed. So you see like a crushed velvet cloak, and the boots that he's wearing, the gloves, all of those, like they seem well made. And you just see him like kind of hunched over. There's a rapier out of side. Just hunched over and kind of shaking with sobs. And as he turns, gotta make a perception check.
Great. 11.
Okay. There's something trickling down his face, maybe tears, maybe cut. So yeah, you can't really tell. Angle's bad. And then make an investigation roll, which is the closest thing that 5th edition has to an idea roll from Cthulhu.
Really bad. 9.
9. I know you didn't see where he was standing, so that probably wouldn't click. Okay. So he just kind of half looks over a shoulder, and you don't know if he's staring off into space or maybe he heard something. And then the sobbing, and he turns back and the sobbing continues, maybe even a little bit harder. Otherwise, the streets are deserted.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sneakily go outside and see if I can get a better view without him perceiving me.
Okay. Out the front door or side door?
There's one on that side?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go out that one.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
What's that one?
Oh, God. Okay.
What, trying to sneak out?
So,
He tripped over him.
some Morgathy, you hear a cha-chunk at the side door. And as the face, so... And you know that he sees you and you see him. I'm gonna give you one more perception roll.
God.
And then if that's a fail.
A natural 20.
You just needed eye-to-eye contact.
Okay, you just need eye-to-eye contact.
Look at me.
You're poking your head out of the study. Okay.
Now I see very well.
So you have to go around the corner, but you see Farron in the doorway of this side entryway.
I want to observe her for a minute, not say anything.
So the man looks over. He does indeed have like maybe wheat-colored hair, not quite blonde. It's grayscale, so you can't tell the color of his eyes, but they would also presumably be light. And the most important thing by far, though, is that what's running down his face as he's weeping is blood.
From his eyeballs?
He's crying. He's weeping tears of blood.
He's a vampire. I don't know.
And he just quickly wipes himself
So he knows.
down.
Can I see now, like, what's behind him that he might have been turning to look at when it looked like he might be looking into space or something?
Since you rolled a nat 20, I will let you remake that investigation roll.
Wow.
Another nat 20! Oh, better.
Yeah.
15? Or no, 16.
16. Okay, so he's looking past where you're at, but because you're exactly opposite the doorway out into the cemetery, he looks past you, like breaks eye contact with you, looks over your shoulder and down, and you remember that, of course, earlier, Ismark and Sasha's mother essentially allowed herself to be destroyed to be free. Don't be afraid. And the man steps closer. So we just had a little power outage there. Producer Justin has shown his usual aplomb, and so we are back on track now.
Yay!
And we are just... Thanks for plumbing. Yes, indeed. So we are just going to resume. We're not sure exactly where it cut off, but you were dealing with a certain sobbing stranger.
Yeah.
Who had just told you, don't be afraid. And he was looking over your shoulder to the graveyard, and he seems intent, and in fact he's kind of slow walking himself to you, but you don't get the sense that it's really that you were his goal, because after he's taken a couple more steps, he glances around, looks at the belfry, and it looks like he's judging how long it would take him to walk around to the cemetery. You don't know yet whether or not the reconsecration also applies to the cemetery.
Okay.
Would you care to make a religion check?
Sure.
I would as well.
Oh boy.
You are not faced with that right now.
14.
14. You feel like it might be weaker in the cemetery, but it would still have some effect.
Coming to visit the dead?
All too recently, I'm afraid. And as he gets closer, because you did get that 20 other perception, you see the hint of muted elven ears poking out from the long locks. He's probably of mixed blood like you. You're one of the new outsiders, aren't you? You must submit to him when he comes. Don't make our mistake. It cost us everything. It's not too late for you. He'll be, or maybe he won't be, that Anastasia, Lady Karolova to you, that she's been destroyed. Sometimes he views them as chaff and wheat. Not those who are too weak to survive deserve it. No one knows. He's with you, isn't he? How does... He takes a step closer. How does Sasha look now? Good.
He's bright and strong.
Good.
Tell me why you failed. Tell me what we can do.
Make a persuasion check. I assume you're bringing the full force of your personality to bear, and you're trying to get him to dial in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
And I needed it. So that's 18.
He stares at you for a hard minute. Something moving behind his eyes. I'm counting that. Make a insight check as well.
18?
Wow, okay. His face is on the verge of closing and becoming an impenetrable mask. And then you can almost clock the moment where he allows emotion to stay on it. You're not listening. He looks around. He is the land. We got past the mist, but it won't do you any good. He's too strong. His lightning wasn't like a spell. It was the very heavens opening up, and when we tried to seek shelter, to fight him below, it came from the ground. It doesn't matter. It could probably go sideways. It's impossible.
He's not a god. He was just a man.
Shh, it's impossible. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Okay, then. If there's no chance of defeating him, which I am willing to accept, how the fuck does somebody get out of Barovia? How do we leave?
May I have the pleasure of your name?
Farron.
Farron. Well met. I believe you know who I am already.
Putting the pieces together.
Well, sharp. That's good. That will serve you well. I was counted as very, very good at being a storyteller, sometimes a diplomat. I wish I could find the words to convey this. But you're fierce. I've seen that look before, sometimes in the mirror. The sooner you find within yourself the understanding and make peace with, you will never go home. This is home now. The better it will be for thee.
And the best version of that life is to submit to him and just be one of his fucking minions out here wreaking havoc.
The sooner, the better. It took years, but in the end, he broke me, as he does all people. We were good. We were very, very good. It's funny, isn't it, though? Sometimes in the heat of battle, things get lost. Things that would allow a breathing person to circumvent the mist. It's a good thing I don't know where any of that is. Surely that would have been forced from my mind by now. Better that way, don't you think? It's probably best that he never know I was here. I hope, nay, I pray that my master allows that sweet boy to just be. I'm sad to see her go. The mother, It was hard for her too. I did my best to guide her through the process.
What is it about him? Why does he know these things he shouldn't know and see things that he can't have seen?
His eyes drift up, and you see that there is a sea of beady red eyes hanging upside down on the church eaves.
Ah.
It's Batman.
Among other things. It is no empty boast, Farron. He is the ancient. He is the land. I have said too much already. It was good to meet thee. I hope if we do meet again, it's under reasonably pleasant circumstances.
So tell me.
He's about to bow, but he stops. So
Say
he hears
it.
your voice again.
Tell me your name, confirm who you are. No one's gonna believe me.
That's a good one.
Oh, you are good.
Nah.
And he bows to you. All right. And then turns and scampers off into the mist. Gheera of Clan Shikani. There's a problem.
No shit.
I can't think of any.
Have mercy.
Which one?
Ismark said he would be back. He didn't come back into the room. Now, your senses are alert right now, so you did not hear any of the exterior doors. I mean, you're straining to hear right now are open, so you think he's still inside of the church. But he never came back to the room.
Oh, the last thing I remember was he came back to the father's quarters and, like, plopped down on the ground. I think he still had armor on. So that's the last that I know of.
He was, he sloppily shrugged off some of the armor, most of the armor, so he was running around like the gambeson underneath. Presumably still has his weapons, except for the heavy crossbow. He sloughed that off too. But he got up and just kind of tersely said he would be back and didn't come back. So there's kind of these little vignettes playing out around you. You have some sense of the tremendous pain he's in right now. And you see, you catch a glimpse of him behind the pulpit, moving even deeper, and then you hear,
up in the belfry.
Yeah, up to the belfry.
I'm gonna go find him.
Okay. You walk out there, and this is probably before Farron's thing. So you walk out there, and he didn't completely close the door. So you see him just plop down on some disused pottery or something. And sturdy, thick, meant to, like, big, great urns meant to hold rainwater. And he's sitting there, and you've never seen him look so defeated before. A little bit of color has returned to him, so he has a bit of his physical strength back. He's not chosen, so he's not just going to 100% revive the way that you would. But he's tough. Look on his face, though, he's just staring off, and he does not have that fire in him right now. He just destroyed his mother.
Yeah. He's up in the top, or he's just in one of the levels, or
Maybe
in that ground floor.
Maybe he thought about going up, but it's just like he's basically
That would require effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at the base of the stairs.
Stairs.
Yeah, he's at the base of the stairs, and as he sees you, he gives you a feeble smile, then hies himself up, but he doesn't get very far. He just pulls himself up on the stairs and then sits on one of the steps of the stairs. When we set off to come to safety, what a cruel jest, Gheera. The whole time, the whole thing, this is what we were racing toward. It wouldn't have mattered, would it? Stay at the village, come here, go on to Kresk. What did Finny say once? I think I always wound up here. He finally meets your eyes. And then can't stand that for long. Looks off.
Is there room on the stairs to sit next to him?
Just enough.
And she does that. There was a time where my clan was fighting another. And no matter where we moved, no matter where they moved, the fight moved with us. Followed, chased, returned, retreat. Some fights keep going.
We're in it now, aren't we? This is just going to be one long, hard fight. And that's it.
That is what a fight is.
This is a struggle to the death, Gheera. This is different.
When is it not? The only time a fight is not to the death is when you are training or sparring with people who do not wish true harm on you. No?
It's just funny that someone had to come all the way from, what is your world called again? Hythera?
Yeah, it has names.
And from some elven-driven utopia. And yet,
Well, yes.
do you know what I thought when I saw you walk into that tavern?
She is very green.
That too. I thought you were magnificent.
Word? She kind of smiles just a little bit.
Now I think I almost died today. I'm not afraid of death. I know when that comes, it will come swiftly and it will be in battle. I've always known that. I'm not going to die as an old man in my bed. It's not my path. I accepted that years ago. But Gheera, he turns a little bit as much as he can on the steps and he takes your hand. You can feel the heat and the sweat, the calluses. I don't want to die never having known what love is.
He wants to know what love is.
And
Yeah, my brain went there too.
he reaches up and gently cups the back of your head, turns his head, and he tries to kiss you.
I'm not fighting that.
Okay.
Do you choose to accept or roll initiative?
Is it on here? Where'd it go?
Okay, so remember, y'all, when we were having this, we have not had these discussions on camera. Remember when I was
Right.
discussing about how we wanted to handle intimate scenes at this table?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And we all just laughed about it and moved on.
Yeah, we did.
see, you laughed.
I knew.
like
I
you
knew
won't be
it was
laughing
heading.
soon.
Gheera's already been like ready to go. Actually, probably
okay.
for a
Let's
couple
get
of days.
it.
And
And she's been waiting
the black.
for him.
you feel
And you figured his mom death was like the right time.
No,
It was his choice.
she wasn't
Wow.
gonna
He
initiate.
You
initiated.
to be missing a woman's presence in your life. Hey.
without getting too flowery. Without getting too flowery, sometimes in the face of tragedy and death, this is how people reach for life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can feel
Said that way too knowingly. We're all like,
Yeah.
been there.
We read books.
you can feel his desire to feel, and he embraces you completely, wholeheartedly. Once decided as the warrior born that he is, not chosen, but his spirit is no less than yours. And he meets you, he pulls you to him, and the two of you.
And she fully reciprocates.
Love your reactions.
Yeah.
She's here for the last.
Dark romance.
The two of you, you know what? We are going to have to talk about this, but the two of you have quite a time together on the stairway in the belfry, leading up to the belfry.
Seems uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
Is it a padded carpet inside?
and at one point
marble.
he whispers into your ear, both of your bodies slick with sweat. All right, I think we need a little bit more height, and he somehow finds the strength to enact a pretty impressive feat of carrying of carrying you up.
As long as he's not popping.
Oh shit, yeah.
He's been healed.
He's been healed. That's true.
And
Mostly.
as
Like, not completely.
as he senses, not completely. As he senses you're concerned. This is the kind of stuff people really only say during these crazy moments.
It's not. She's a warrior and recognizes him as a warrior.
Oh, yeah.
She's not going to detract from that.
Yeah.
By being like, "Oh, are you sure you can do that?" Like she's gonna let him.
Right now, you have stitches.
And she's just gonna slyly check over a couple of the wounds once we get up to the top, and it'll be she'll keep an eye on it.
You hear his, you feel his hot breath on your neck, and in your ear, he husks to you, "The blood just makes it better."
Oh, all right.
Oh my god.
We're finding the other side of the nobleman here.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Like I said, these are the sorts of things that people
Just got this place consecrated.
Come on.
And Gheera and Ismark are helping. Okay.
This is a christening, okay,
This is a
Justin?
christening.
Consecrated.
Christening.
Consecrated. Not consummated.
Farron, as you
very close.
thoughtfully turn back,
Related.
and Morgathy, as you're keeping track of Farron,
Nice.
both of you two make perception checks.
Maybe related out of wedlock.
What's that sound? I rolled a 1, so she's oblivious.
I got at least 12. 16.
16. Okay, there's some interesting noises coming from the belfry right now.
I choose to ignore it.
That's wise.
More bats just sort of slowly show up to watch.
Wow.
Probably.
I think we're all getting a little too excited about this.
All right.
How old are we?
Can I do
Wait,
something
I'm
before we
gonna-
go to sleep?
Sure.
I'm waiting at the door, kind of lean back.
Oh, for her? For Farron? Okay.
Before she comes in.
When you slip back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, you know. Darling,
Yes.
we must talk about you going outside into the dark.
I wasn't going far. I just wanted to get out the door so I could see better. There was...
Who was it? I think I know, but you had a better sight of him than I did.
Seemed like... it was that half-elf who led the last charge. Escher, right? Was that his name?
Yes, it was.
He... we heard tell that he was completely turned to Strahd's whims at this point, and he basically was encouraging me to do the same. All of us, really. Give it up, accept our fate, and the best version of life here is to be his.
And he does not know us well, does he?
Yeah, clearly not.
I don't know about the rest of this group, but you and I, Farron, we are going home. As long as we keep that in mind. This is not the end of our road.
The only hope I have at this point is that Kashtari has something up her sleeve. She'll find us here. He was convinced there was no way out. He was adamant that there is no escape, that Strahd is more powerful than we know, that he sees and hears everything. I mean, the bats, I think, are spies. Probably everything is spies. The rats, the spiders, the land. He is the land.
Right. That old child dribble.
I'll kill myself before I fucking submit myself to that asshole. I'm not gonna be some bride.
Nor should you be. Much too good for that.
Who the fuck are you?
Take heart. Take heart. Well, this person, he lost his way long ago. His path was not our path, even if it does commingle a bit.
I don't know what our path is. I do want to get home. I want to stay alive.
Then let's get home
Okay.
together.
I do need to get to sleep. I have to recharge. I've used everything under my belt at this point.
And I will go back to the histories, see what I can glean from this decrepit library equals a library.
Well, good night. And she is going to poke her head into the viewing room and see if there's anybody in there.
It's empty.
Didn't we just get a full rest?
No,
this is still
that night.
You're going to. Yeah,
We're all about
going
to go to
but
Well,
yeah.
that's the plan.
Someone might be exhausted.
So she is going to... There's no body
No,
there.
no, not currently. Because, yeah, Randy was right. Fate went with... Rictavio took Fate.
She's sitting and she's kind of contemplating understanding why there are rituals when people die, because it's not anything she's encountered and it's not anything she's familiar with. And she's having a bit of a traditional, like, existential crisis about death and people passing, because this isn't something that happens in her culture in this way. She's never lost anybody like she lost Finny just now.
Is the door open or shut?
It's shut.
Shut.
And she is going to take out her dagger, and she picks a place on her arm, not anything lethal, somewhere where she knows she can cut herself and it's not going to be a big deal, and she just gives herself the slightest nick and is just watching because she wants to know if anything strange will happen. She wants to know what's going on with her blood.
All right, because you have been feeling that coldness, that deep coldness. A few things happen. You give yourself a tiny nick. Right after that, your hands and now your feet have that same weird stirring inside of them. And you almost have like this compulsion to touch the wall. Not quite. You can choose to hold in advance if you want to. That happens. You feel your, actually, you see, because the candles are flickering, and you can see your own shadow. And you see your shadow move opposite you for just a split second. And then finally, as you look down, instead of red, it's black.
Red and black again.
Yes.
All right.
Part of you is not surprised.
She's gonna just be looking into those candles until she falls asleep in there.
Okay. You do not touch the wall at that time. Okay.
Do I feel any flicker of anything in the air around us?
No. All right, Durgan, through centuries of discipline and practice, both, because I feel like you've been with Lathander for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a recent conversion or something.
Anyway.
So you're up, and you, in a quiet but profound way, honestly, if this was the other table, I'd probably give you a fate point, but in a quiet but profound way, you feel inspired. So you have inspiration, if you didn't have it already. Go ahead and mark that on your character sheet, please.
Yay!
Yay! Gheera, you too feel inspired as you get up for entirely different reasons.
you
Go
feel
ahead and mark
real
inspiration
inspired.
down on your
I already
character
have
sheet.
it. So
Oh, you
can I
have
get
it?
two?
No, you can't. Sorry. Remember, you can rules is written. You actually can pass inspiration to other people. So if you
I'm out. Give it
so
a
if you feel if you ever feel like you know you're going to get it again, I mean, you can't really
Right?
know for sure, but yeah. Okay.
Like mine is 0 right now.
Can I give it to Ismark?
Oh.
Because I have a feeling you're giving me inspiration for... Or Gheera is feeling inspired
Unless
from...
you got inspiration for the same thing.
I think he was giving the inspiration to you.
I don't know if an NPC gets inspiration, but...
Not quite like yes, you can.
It feels weird to hand it off to anybody else.
Okay.
It just does.
Okay, so you're gonna take it off your sheet and put it on his.
Well, the one you were gonna give me.
You can't stack them that way.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Or
I'll
keep
keep.
He's just
keeping
saying
yours.
you
Okay.
could give it away if you thought you were going to get it again soon. You could be like, oh, I give my inspiration to so-and-so because you're like, I'm about to do the most badass thing ever. That's totally going to get me new inspiration because I'll have an empty slot type of situation.
So what passes as morning here touches you. You feel his arms around you, still bare flesh to bare flesh, as he's taken his cloak and wrapped both of you on it. And the belfry is dusty and dirty and disused, and to you
Not anymore.
it's wonderful.
It's very used.
Well, now it is quite used. And good morning.
Good morning.
And you hear him chuckle a little bit. Okay. Okay, yeah. And
Why do I feel like that was
This
his
is-
first time?
There's a lot of okays.
I feel like
He did just say he didn't know what love felt like.
That's
oh,
Oh, bye-bye.
he
now he knows.
he gives you a quick kiss on the neck, and says, I suppose we should probably go back downstairs, huh?
Eventually.
Let's say do it again.
And she's gonna kiss him back in this softer, more gentle.
He is not motivated to leave the belfry. Right, Durgan. So you were gathering up.
They can deal with whatever's
You were-
happening in the morning.
You were. This is so funny because services are about to start.
Guys, this is a holy place.
We'll start hearing some singing coming from downstairs. Gheera will just turn her
Perfect cover up.
Well, now we can't.
The father gets up, splashes some water on his face from the basin.
during my trance. Could I have actually got some tea prepared for when the father woke up?
Yeah. In the down. Yeah, since you have the extra hours, sure.
Ah, Gheera.
I'll have a quick, easy breakfast ready for both of us at the table or at the desk.
It is a meager fare, but you take a little hardtack biscuit. You get maybe there's maybe a tiny bit of gravy, maybe an egg for each of you. Something to that effect.
Could you in your search? Could you in a church?
Would you could you on the stairs? Could you anywheres?
So
Apparently.
Her green eggs.
Apparently.
Damn.
You know we're just jealous, right?
Yes.
All right.
You should be.
it's just middle school.
Love starved
It's
over
fine.
here.
I know, look at all of us so giddy right now.
Yay, finally.
You see their bedrolls empty. They didn't come back.
No, they didn't come back.
We can put 2 and 2 together.
Let's see. So you have So at dawn, you have these parishioners trying to come in. Durgan, you'd open the door. Services are commencing. There's some light song, and essentially everyone just comes in and is kind of staring at each other. And now that they're fully able to appreciate the dawn, everyone, even if they don't have words for it, they know something is different. And they're just looking at each other. And a weary but very happy father gets up. I'm going to say at some point, Farron, you would talk to him about services for Finney. Mm-hmm. And so
That was the favor I was going to ask of him since he offered
That's who was in the viewing room.
something.
Was Finney. I remember he put somebody in the viewing room. I
No, his body's gone.
that's right.
I wish he was in
Finney
the
is
viewing room.
freaking
I thought you closed the door. That's right.
missing.
I know.
you were hoping that you were going to.
Yeah, if we still had Finney's body, there would have been a funeral pyre out in the graveyard last night.
Yep. Yep, not waiting.
That's exactly what she would have done. What was her plan?
So you You hear him essentially praising the courage and the stalwart nature of the people from beyond the mists. And for just a moment, there, a dozen pairs of eyes turn to you, Durgan, and whoever else is part of the group, and they all just bow their head. A few of them salute you as worshippers of Lathander to one another. And let's see, obviously, Gheera, you're occupied. Morgathi, have you come out of the Akubada?
Yes, but only for a specific purpose, and that's to go where Ismark's mother died, because no one actually went over there after the fact.
Okay, so you were not sticking around for the services. No. Okay.
I love and respect it.
You go on out. Artexia, after you finish with your trance, are you going to stick around for these morning services, or are you doing something else?
No, I'm not. I've always just been a loner in general, and I know that I do practice my religion, but I don't like doing it with like everyone around. So I do check on Sasha before I decide to
Okay.
slink out for a second. Yeah.
His eyelids flutter open, and he gives you the sleepiest of smiles, and then goes back to sleep.
I give him a reassuring smile, like he do your thing, and yeah. Okay. So everyone is at the front up there where the...
Kind of, the group's kind of scattered right now. Morgathi's outside in the cemetery. Gheera's upstairs. Durgan is there. Farron, you're awoken because you hear the...
Yeah, once I hear the services, actually, she goes out and sits with Durgan and wants to just observe.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I ultimately want to just have some alone time after all of that. So I'm going to be out on the front porch, like, just taking some fresh air and thinking, I think, for a second.
Okay.
Looking at what everyone's doing out there. Yeah.
Good morning. Artexia, isn't it? And this is Erwin Mardukov.
And I'm still disguised, like they can't see my ears or anything, right?
Yes.
Unless I don't know when it
I don't think
necessarily
Yeah, I think we did Sasha
wears
last-
off.
Wears
or
off.
whatever,
Yeah.
but I had done it the previous day, so if it needs to be redone every morning, then I haven't done it yet.
Haven't. Okay, so haven't.
I already did at least tell you to start wearing your hair down to cover the.
Well, I would have my cape up if I wasn't watched. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my cape up, but ultimately, whenever I hear someone's voice, I just tighten and look up, like holding on to the side of the cape.
All right, so you see the gentleman who is the owner-operator of the Blue Water Inn, Erwin Mardukov, who kind of had that that blue and purple, like the nice clothing, and the here we go. The patriarch of the Mardukovs here, and he's got nice, pretty, by Barovian standards, pretty damn colorful clothing. Purple, like mauve and teal, salt and pepper beard. But this morning he looks a little bit less the publican of the inn, and he looks more alert and almost like a retired adventurer. This is for a Barovian on the darker side.
Is this...
That's the owner of the
Of the.
Okay, I was about to say, that almost looks like from the house at the mansion in the beginning, the...
The Durst.
Fabulous
The
beard.
Durst.
He has such a fabulous beard. Oh my gosh.
It is pretty nice.
have a beard envy.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
So I had
His
seen
face
him
has a
before
beard.
this? This was my first time.
Yeah, this is the owner of the.
Oh, okay. Whenever I realize who it is, I straighten up in respect.
It's reverse grade.
Okay, he gives you kind of a half bow, and he says, "Forgive me," and just immediately, like as soon as you guys start talking, he steps off so that people in the church can't just immediately clock him.
Uh-huh.
And this is the first time you've seen him armed, Kenzie. And he says, "So, heard there were some interesting things going on here last night, but I just wanted to let you know that Strahdzny's kind of gone kind of going apeshit right now. This is the sheriff he's talking about. Isaac Strahd is his full name. If you're going to leave town, you probably want to leave town. If you're going to stay and handle business, you probably want to stay and handle business. After speaking with my wife at length, we've decided that, well, we like the cut of your jib. So, if there's something that we can do to help, short of treason, then we'll do that too. Just to remind you as the player, because it's been a hot minute, and I don't think you were in that scene either, Kenzie. So this was because I know you were leading that scene. These were the folks where they had the family winery. And the winery's been disrupted, and they don't know.
We still haven't gone and
know what's going on.
No, we sent Fate to go look, and then she died before.
And it's sad because she was actually successful in her mission, but it just didn't.
Shut the fuck up! No one asked her anything.
She didn't have a chance to.
Mid-battle.
She didn't have a chance to really say very much.
Going on?
Yeah, so that wine. Did you ever find out about the wine?
Right.
And it's only been like a couple days or whatever since you first had that.
Okay.
First had that conversation, but kind of like cue the Jaws theme, dun, 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 that as the wine is going down. Remember that for the native Barovians, wine is like literally the only good thing in their lives. Well, that and sex. So, so like the wine getting cut off is bad news. And humans are volatile and violent enough that it actually could get ugly if they don't have something to look for, if they have nothing to look forward to. So he says, however you want to handle it. I mean, I'll back your play, but I just wanted you to know that that's going on. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets one of the local artists, and you know how they put those billets out so you can see the handbills rather out for the festivals. Well, probably your faces, well, maybe not your face, but some of your faces are going to start appearing on those pretty soon. So, is there any word you want me to send to anyone? Is there anything that you want me to prepare? Also, did the Voctors, that you wanted your things over here, right?
It did.
Because they sent their servants, and I'm not usually keen to cross the Lord, but I wanted to just see your faces and make sure that was the intent. He wasn't feeding me bullshit.
It did seem to. I'm a little confused. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be in character.
Yeah, no, you're doing.
Last time it happened, but we had asked the Voctors to go get our crap for us because it was all at the end. So yes, that we did ask them.
Okay,
and he's just making sure that we asked them to do. He's
essentially coming and doing his due diligence to make sure that that the Lord Voctor that you met at the dinner, that he wasn't just full of crap and stealing your things, essentially.
Yes, it did happen. And we did lose one of our own. In fact,
I'm sorry to hear that.
2 of them.
2?
Someone we had come to become friendly with, and we thought was possibly going to be a big help. She's also gone.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Is Farron still alive?
Yes, Bill, you.
My ears perk up at that as to why he's specifically asking that. And I go, why? What do you know? What did you hear?
Well, she had basically been the person that I had been speaking with the most. I just wanted to make sure that that our arrangement is still intact.
Can I do an inside check to see if he's lying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, which one's that?
I might go so far as to say it'd be wise to do an inside check.
Fucking Christ. 9.
You can't be entirely sure, but you feel like he's telling the truth as far as it goes.
Wait, doesn't something go up because of my that one ability I added, that my insight or something goes up?
Do you have proficiency in insight?
I added that extra thing. I can't remember. There was an add-on we added recently to my character that gave me, I got to choose between things, and it gave me...
Did we add another proficiency? we'll look at the character sheet
Okay,
off.
yeah. But it was, I'm like
worries.
so perceptive, like I almost can't miss.
Oh, alert.
The
Alert. Yeah.
That's if someone's trying to hurt you,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
which is incredibly handy. As long as you are not knocked out, you cannot be surprised
Okay.
because you essentially have spidey sense. Really.
Okay. Well, and I'll pretend like I believe him. I think it's ultimately what's going to happen, and I'm not going to let him know. But I feel like
He tries to make an insight check to catch your suspicion. So why don't you make a deception roll?
Okay. What is it? 14.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, so 15. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a little moment with each other as you're eyeballing.
Both
This
having
is
a little standoff.
this is Barovia, and literally anybody can be a spy, and anybody can be lying at any time.
Yes.
So, and you do catch his eyes flick, almost like he wants to lean over and just see if any of the other party members there, or if your gear made it. He doesn't actually do that, but you can see the little tail in his body. Well, if you need anything else, or if you need, part of the arrangement was you are going to have a more or less indefinite quarters at the Blue Water. So I'm going to keep that room. I'm going to keep that room reserved. So you're welcome to return if you need to. All right.
Thank you.
Is there any?
I'm sorry. We talked about that wine a long time ago, and
It may have felt like a long time, but days become
my
weeks.
apologies.
Days become weeks in Barovia, unfortunately.
Well, after this last massive
Sometimes literally.
occurrence that just happened, I fear what worse could happen if the wine does disappear at this point.
I would be concerned for my family if there was no wine at all in this town. Like I told Farron, we can stretch it for a while, and we will. I don't want word of this. I don't want word of this getting out because I don't know what would happen, but nothing good. But we're only going to be able to water it for so long. The Baron's already beginning to complain and ask questions about vintage, et cetera. But I haven't told anyone except for y'all.
Would there
I'm
be
going to.
Would there be any ways of transportation to get over there quicker than just our feet?
Well, every so often you can find one of the. Again, he looks around, and then he kind of leans like very nonchalantly, almost like he's flirting with you, so that if somebody was watching from a distance, they would just see him putting the moves on you instead. His tone doesn't change, but his body, his body language kind of, he leans up against a stone and everything, kicks his feet out a bit, and says, every so often you can run into a mist dancer, one of the Vistani, and they can shape and sculpt the mist into corridors sometimes. It's not reliable, but it can be quite impressive when it does work. Other than that, well, I mean, unless you can fly, not so much. You can get there. You can get there in less than a day.
And you said the Vistanis?
The traveling folk. They're not allowed in town, but your character would know. Fate was one. Actually, she wasn't.
Right. That's why the word sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She was one of the Vistani. Actually, she was a mist dancer.
She's doing exactly what he's saying. We already thought of this, too.
Yep.
But she died.
He says, if there's any gear that you need, I might be able to scrounge something up in terms of camping or rations or whatever. I can have all of that ready. I don't want you to be impeded because you don't have the correct resources.
Thank you. I know where to find you if I need you.
All right. Be careful. And he says, yeah, well, I'll get back to my wife then. He says loudly, and he there's a little glint in his eyes. He, of course, says that for the benefit of anybody listening, and
Right, I do a little eye roll.
and walks off like he's irritated that you just turned him down. Okay.
Bravo, dude.
Yeah, for
So,
real.
And you do see some people staring, and there are a few wry chuckles. Okay, so shortly after the services are over, I'm just sorry. I'm just picturing in my head this really comedic moment of Ismark opening the. I mean, because it's right behind the frickin' pulpit.
Oh my god!
So like Ismark opening the door like a little kid and like trying to see if it's open. If everybody's
Can we come out now?
Yeah. There is a gray-faced, kind of scrawny servant in the distinctive livery of House of Octor, who comes in through the side door and he's looking around nervously. Spots you, Durgan. You're visible, right? Like, I mean, you're public. Yeah. He comes up.
I'm so sorry. Can I run to the bathroom real quick? I'm so sorry.
Do it.
I'm going to die.
Do it.
I've been
Do
trying
it.
to fucking
Don't die.
coffee. I'm so sorry.
Do it and feel good about it. So he comes up. He drops into a pretty low bow. Best light to thee. I'm sorry, sir. My lord told me your name, but I've already forgotten, and I'm rather dim.
Lord. Yeah. My name is Durgan.
Can I roll insight? I'm with Durgan. I said I went over to him and was sitting with him. Can I roll insight to see if I believe that he actually forgot his name?
Sure.
That seems a little weird. Came specifically here to like find him. That's 16.
You don't think he's very dim. So he says, "Well, your request has been granted. If you would like to speak with my lady, sometimes on such wonderful days as these." It looks pretty miserable outside, but apparently not. She sometimes takes her mornings in the garden. If you'd like to come.
My request. I kind of give you a bit of a side glance.
Side eye.
Very well. Thank you for letting us know.
Of course.
And you have people prepared to escort us there if that is doable?
I can... The Voctor house is not so far. I can run back if you feel that's necessary. Ma'am.
I do feel it's necessary, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to come quite this morning. We need to talk to the rest of our party. How can we let you know if we are prepared to meet? You know what? Why don't you just wait outside and we'll come and find you and let you know if we'd like you to bring back an escort.
Eminently reasonable, ma'am. And...
He actually raises an eyebrow at that.
He scampers back off. The father does note the man coming in and out, but does not harass you. And in fact, good morning, my child. And
Good morning, Father.
good morning, Gheera.
There's some things to relay to you about that discussion, by the way, Feather.
I'm sure.
I come here. I'm sorry. No.
What happened?
I just
Gheera just literally starts laughing.
Okay. Shh, you're not helping yet. All right. The father just smiles, but benevolently, warmly. You honestly can't tell whether or not, but for him...
She just thinks Ismark is freaking adorable right now.
You see him...
She thinks that's funny.
Not casually. I mean, there's still, of course, a reverence, but there's just a very salt of the earth. Lathander, if it be thy will. And with that, there's a gathering of light, always with the gray in it. Less now, though.
Oh.
As it gathers in his hand, and he places the palm.
I was like,
We have creatures in the studio.
Things flying.
As he places it against his palm against Ismark's chest, and you see some of the vigor and strength return to him, and it looks like he's pretty close now to being whole in between all the different things, and it gives you Durgan a sense of he's not chosen, but he's pretty damn tough.
Yeah.
He doesn't have being kissed. Ismark doesn't. He doesn't have all of like the array of abilities that y'all would have, but he certainly has taken quite a beating, and is still up, and now looks maybe 80%.
Damn.
Thank you, Father. I really appreciate that. It's important. It's important for a man to keep his strength up. I'm going to get my armor.
No, it's fine.
It doesn't sound like he had trouble keeping his strength up. What I heard.
Everything's
And
up.
he is just he is beat red right now. But he goes in and kind of tries to compose himself. And is everything all right, Gheera?
Everything is perfectly fine.
Okay, he
We
nods.
had a vigorous good morning walk this morning.
I enjoy a good constitutional myself. I need to get out and do that more.
Can we see Gheera blushing like through her?
She's not blushing.
like the green?
blush
Does
at
the
all.
green?
She's got a nice smile on her face, but she's not blushing.
There's something a little. Gheera seems particularly chipper this morning, and
That's a good way to put it.
yeah. Okay.
Is there coffee in this world? Weird question.
Tea.
I'd be drinking tea this morning.
be tea.
While I'm watching, looking at the tea.
Sipping the tea.
One of the sipping the tea, spilling the tea. One of the parishioners' daughters thought that you were really pretty, and so she brought you. And because when they explained that you all helped the church, she brought you a tiny little chipped teacup. So now you have an
Hello,
elven
it's a
size.
tea,
You have a
no.
little elven sized teacup.
So I'm like leaning back because I'm outside. I'm looking.
All right, Durgan, do you collect your party members all in one place?
Yeah, if it's time. Yep.
It's calmed down in here. The parishioners have left. Almost all of them stop to thank you, and like either shake your hand or give you a little half bow or.
It's gonna take time to actually try to just hear people's names and just get to know the people in the town just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just because the best way to. So far, it seems like the best way to sort of push back on this sort of dread and despair and whatever is to build some sort of sense of community and
Yeah, by numbers.
unity of purpose.
You're
So these little acts, I think, are going to be important for Durgan.
You're starting to recognize faces now. You've been here, and there, people will come and go, but there's maybe like 24 core people who are here every day. Like literally keeping the faith, because it would be, even saints, whatever. Like it's useless unless people believe. And Lathander has a way to come through to. You don't even know if this counts as a prime material anymore, but come through to the physical world. And those like core members are especially effusive, and they thank you. Some of them slap your shoulder, like I said, shake your hand. There's some of the children even just like toddle over and latch onto you. And again, you get the sense that these people, they just think you're a really short, really broad-shouldered dude. They're not reacting to you the way that they do Farron or Gheera or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're more normal.
Yep. Okay.
It's just, yeah,
Judge me by my size.
you were scanning as some kind of weird looking human to them.
All right.
Okay.
It's got a weird accent.
Artexia, at some point, are you going to pass along Erwin's warning?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just waiting for us to gather. Well, I wanted to wait till the
So Durgan
service was
does-
over, and then we get together, and then I would, yeah.
Yeah, Durgan goes and finds everybody wherever you are.
Okay.
Just so, start. I would actually suggest we maybe meet there if there's enough room. If not, then just
There's enough. Yeah, there's enough in the study.
there's enough privacy in here, even if people are still sort of hanging out at the church for whatever purpose.
There is. Randy, I believe I understood why you went out. If you want to collect, you can write down that you have a bit of vampiric remains. of
That's
ash.
not actually. I have some already. I was actually looking for any kind of personal keepsakes that she might have kept on her after she was embraced. A picture of Sasha as a child, or Ismark like a locket or something like that. If
Make an investigation check.
That's pretty good. 11 on the die. 18. No, I'm sorry. I was just kidding. 16.
That's still probably high enough. As you're carefully sifting through, you find a small, actually almost like tiny brass locket. And when you open it up, there are two very small locks of hair. One of them is the wheat blonde of Ismark, and the other one is Sasha's auburn, and they've been stitched together
Perfect.
and put in the locket.
I'll tuck that away. And then I would like to use Minor Illusion while I'm sitting there at the remains of drawing up her face so that I can actually remember it.
You did see her. Okay, yeah.
As a reminder to myself that while things may seem impossible, they not always are. Like, she thought she would never get away from him, and she was able to finally find peace. And there's a lot of stuff going on in our lives right now where we think it might be impossible to leave, so
Okay.
just a continued reminder of it. But I don't want her to look terrified or horrified or any of the feelings that I saw on her face. I want her to look at peace at this point.
Okay.
Because technically the only time I ever saw her was when she was fighting.
Right.
And then when she was like knocked out of it by Sasha. So
Right.
just right at peace.
Okay. Okay. Done.
And then probably at some point and I'll sit there and reflect on that for a while. And then get beckoned in, I guess.
You feel a long way from home. You can really feel that now. Even the mana tastes different here. It's still there. It has to be. But the thing that powers all of magic is just fundamentally altered here.
Do I continue feeling that resonance that I felt earlier?
With
You said that I felt a resonance, that if I sat on, I can actually match my own magics to the resonance of the land. Or that's how I took it anyway.
You'd have to ritual cast again. So if you start ritual casting, you can, but that's a years long project to try to do. That's not something that's going to be a couple quick rolls.
Okay, then I'm going to get started on that.
Okay.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here.
That's true. No, and you're an elf, so you definitely think in terms of decades and centuries, absolutely.
And that's really what they'll be seeing when anybody comes out to find me.
Okay. I'm going to say, Artexi, you were the one to collect Morgathi because you were outside anyway. And you see her, or you see him over her remains, and there's like still the breeze and the spatter of rain that's just always some level of rain is going on. It's like it's starting to turn it into a sodden mess, and eventually it's going to get reabsorbed by the dirt, by the ground. But you can still see where their mom was.
I take one more glance inside real quick before I go to approach Morgathi. For one, I'm going over there originally to gather him to bring him inside because I do have the stuff to tell them. But then at first I'm just going to walk up and, see what he's doing up close a little bit first.
You catch the last wisp of their mother's face as he lets the magic release. She looks at peace.
I look at him and I go, feeling sentimental, are we?
Hardly. But I am trying to keep myself and remind myself what we are fighting here for and what the ultimate goal is. But on that note, I have something for you that I hold up the locket. Would you see that this is given to either Sasha or to Ismark or both at the same time?
Of course I will.
Do not tell them I found it, please.
It's small enough that it looks more like the kind of thing you'd put around a wrist than like a full.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a charm
It's
bracelet.
more of like a
anklet.
charm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, with that, I realize there's not even a single drop left in my kind of broken cup, and I dangle it on my finger and I go, I've got something to tell you, but I only want to say it once. Come with me.
Understood.
All right. So the party convenes in the father's study. The father is present, but he looks like he's content to just listen. And actually, Durgan, he goes so far as he sees that you're going to address them that he motions to his seat, and he gets up and goes down and sits on a stool and busies himself by trying to tidy up some of the disheveled bookshelf. Just things are just everywhere, kind of exploding out. He's not of his many virtues, tidiness is not one of them. So he's trying to go through and
Can't all be perfect.
tidy up. So Durgan, you have the floor, or Artexia.
Well, I'll walk up, because he's probably going to end up saying something first before he knows I even have anything to say. You were already in there with all of them.
Is
So.
Sasha in there with us?
Your choice.
Yes, I would definitely be gathering
Okay.
Sasha, yeah.
So you find Sasha, and he was teaching Yeska, the boy, a little card game. And before he goes, Sasha just casually leans over, and they give each other a hug. And he says, "You did so good last night." And then he gets up, because remember, you sent Yeska to run back to warn the father.
That's right. I take that moment in and feel like a little twinge of sadness, because I'm sure that moments like these don't get to happen all the time in this world. So I kind of just let them feel that for a second. Then once that ends, and I'm gonna be like, Sasha, can you come with me for a second? I have something to show you and your father. But first, and I look up at them. This may not seem like a pressing matter whenever I say it right now, because I know. Obviously, things have just been happening a lot in the last day. And I know we're tired. What's his face just came up. I'm sure you guys... What's his face? What's his name? What's his name again? No.
The Lord who was inviting you
Yes.
over there.
Erwin? The owner of the
Or
Blue Water,
Erwin.
the tavern, or
Erwin.
the messenger?
The dude who just came up for the
Erwin.
wine.
Erwin.
Okay, yeah. Owen just found me outside during the service and reminded me that once again he's on our side if it doesn't cross the line of treason, but the wine is becoming more and more of a pressing matter. And back in our world, haha, funny wine, great, but here, very serious matter. I fear what will happen if it's totally gone and it's looking more dire as the days go on.
That is true. It will not matter these political things.
Well, it could be good to have someone feel a little bit more indebted to us, who's already on the fence in general. What do you guys think of going and making the trip today to go check out the wine? Or is there any more pressing matters that need to happen? I look at him specifically.
Aye, there could be. So, Farron, I know you weren't present when we were having this conversation, and some of you were for part of it, but one of the sons from the woman we spoke with the forgetting their name at the moment. Yeah, that's right.
Voctors, yeah.
The Voctors family came looking for answers. It would seem as though, well, trying to sum it all up, it looks like the daughter was to be wed against a person that you discovered up in that, up at the mayor's place.
That boy?
Aye. And he did something to her mind that made her just snap.
Probably the same thing he was doing to those kids.
The one with the dead cats, right?
Yeah.
The dead alive cats?
Well,
The very one.
I assume whatever it is that you told us, Anyway, that's part of the reason, at least, if not probably the majority of the reason why the mother is so hell-bent on basically trying to get back at them.
Yeah,
Back at that family, back at the sheriff, back at the mayor in particular.
she was planning something
Baron.
in that, gathering yesterday in the square. She was going to enact some kind of plan against them.
I did relay that we should be speaking with that family again, and hence why he showed up today. However, there's going to be risk in associating ourselves with him, but it looks like the door, at least our foot is a little bit more in the door today than it was yesterday.
Well, I'm scared for us to step foot outside the church currently.
We can't stay here forever, we all do that.
I know, I'm just saying we're in some serious danger. We need to have a very clear plan before we leave this place, because that sheriff is out for us.
Exactly that.
Well,
I can only disguise... I mean, I could disguise everyone to the best of my abilities, but it would take hours.
This face, darling, cannot be disguised.
You're right. That face will scare everyone away. We'll be fine.
Oh, you're looking to a mirror now.
Well, I have one more thing. Speaking of mothers, and I start to reach inside of my bag, I look over at Sasha.
He perks up.
And I kind of like grab him by the shoulder and bring him over by his dad.
His brother.
His brother, Ismark.
It's fair that Artexia would.
Right, he's like a
emotionally
father
feel that way.
figure. Yeah. And I go, I wouldn't pretend to assume that anyone in particular deserves this between the two of you, but I'm gonna give this to you guys to share or whatever you want to do with it. And I open my hand and they see.
Dexy, what is that?
Well, I thought maybe you guys might know. I found it on your mother.
He actually reaches. This was Mother's? And Ismark kind of, huh? And then his little fingers open it, and he sees that. Easy. Look. What is it? It's your hair woven with mine. It is? Yes, look. Thank you. And he smiles, and then he hugs you.
I embrace him and I give a look over to Gathy. They're just calling Gathy. Oh my god, Gathy, your name? Oh my god.
At which point I am nonchalantly picking up a cup of tea. Ignis. And sipping on it.
While I rub his back before we exit the embrace, I want to ask, I'm like, there isn't a way to see what energy is left in this object, or see, like, or is there a way to look at her final day through an object? See, like, what she saw the last day of her life?
Beyond your abilities.
Beyond all of our abilities, I believe. That's some high-grade magic.
Maybe. I mean, possible, but...
Probably the magic I had initially gone to look for in our city. Anyways. Okay.
Ishtari might be
Speaking
able
of
to.
items with maybe magic, I do need to let everyone know that Sasha received a gift from a wolf.
That was Ismark. Easy to identify.
Has anyone been able to investigate it? And she's looking in between the two of you.
I have not seen it yet.
The
I will definitely.
black wolf came, and I guess he's a kind of a troublemaker, but
I would agree with that.
I was so scared of him, but he wasn't mean at all. He gave me this. That's where we'll pause for a brief intermission. Faraway friends, we'll be right back, and we'll see you at the other side. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways, from alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, and until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her. Elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother. But when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and the great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made was for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die. Nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She daunts me! She daunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me.
And we're back. Thank you so much for rejoining us. Just like that, and we continue on. Just like that, yes. Yes, thank you. Where were we at?
We were discussing.
We just got a
Sasha's
magic item.
necklace.
Sasha's necklace, right.
Oh yeah, we were talking about imbuing it and making it as a protective item, maybe.
But
Off camera.
The wolf. The wolf.
But right, with the wolf gifts.
Yeah.
So the wolf's gift
Wait, you're setting the wolf?
is the
What did you say?
is the Raven Rampant. So it is the House von Zarevich crest.
Great.
And it's like much like the earrings. It essentially looks like a larger version of those just exquisite earrings that he got. It's ruby, gold backed. The chain is almost feminine, like it's that slender. There's something to it though where it just seems to have like more substance than the earrings did. Do you want to cast it? Do you want a ritual cast magic?
That's what was on it.
No, I saw that look in your eyes, Randy.
Sasha,
Okay.
darling, would you allow me to peruse that for a moment? I promise I will not harm it in any way, and I will give it right back to you.
Do you think it's important?
I think it might have enchantment on it, and I want to see if it will sway your mind in any way.
Naughty wolf. Okay. Do you need it?
I do. Yes, please. Thank you. I'll hold on to it. Do I even feel anything just from the get-go? No. Okay. I will be 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Give me a moment.
I love it. Very specific.
Okay. And you begin to gather. You begin to gather the mana to you in the area.
I wouldn't trust that thing one bit. It's his crest on it. For all we know, it's a spying device, a listening device, or a tracking device, some way to keep track of where Sasha's at or something. I think we should destroy it.
I was about to say we could smash that one too. Turn it into something we want.
When he gave it to me though, Farron, it felt protective.
When he gave it to you? The wolf, you mean?
The wolf.
And who do you think the wolf is working for?
Well, do you think it always goes back to him?
His crest is on it. It's like writing your name on something and handing it to somebody.
That's true.
I feel that maybe if he's getting a feeling that maybe there's something obviously that he's gathering from this that we are. Maybe he's naive, yes. Me feeling all defensive for him, but
He is naive, as Mark says.
I am not.
I'm not gonna sit
looking up
here.
Yeshua.
I'm not gonna sit here and drive home again that you are still a child It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with being naive. Everything we hear about this guy is how powerful he is, how he can seduce minds and bend people to his will. I'm sure he has the ability to make this seem like some innocent, wonderful gift. It sounds right in his wheelhouse to me. It's nothing to do with you being stupid. It's everything to do with how powerful he is.
I thought the wolf might try to snatch me, but it just... I don't know. Maybe you're right. It's very confusing.
Yeah, that much is for sure.
As you have the rest of you have like maybe a brief discussion about logistics and just, who's going to carry what, making sure the bedrolls are there, getting the rations distributed, et cetera, et cetera. And then, Morgathi, you finish drawing the threads to yourself, and as you lay it on the item, make an Arcana check. One you get, what school of magic it is for free. But
That's cocked.
okay, yeah, good.
18 on the die.
Oh, okay, that's really high for you then. Yeah. Okay, so without a shadow of a doubt, this was made by the same masterful hand that was at work in Death House. I know that's been a hot minute and you weren't playing the character at the time, but if you recall the episode, when Morgathi used detect magic down there, and he essentially gave the rest of the characters like a quick rundown and said, this is the hand of a master alchemist who is making these things. So you see the same signature, if you will, the same masterful blend of interlocking mana, but they're with a certain elegance to it, where this enchantment will last 1,000 years, unless something breaks it. And it is very clear, like with confidence, you can say that this is an abjuration item. This is some kind of protective item. Surprisingly, ? You do not see any divination at all. If he did hide divination in it, it is damn well hidden. But you don't, your gut tells you no, you think this is probably purely abjuration. Now, I will just warn you, if this person is capable of scrying, this would make a wonderful item,
right.
But presumably they already know.
Seeing at a distance.
Spy on people.
Like clairvoyant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have the connection to the item itself.
Yeah. Okay, so you relay that to the others? Okay.
Well, actually, in the interim 10 minutes, I think we need to have yet another difficult conversation before things linger too long. We're all very sorry about Finney. I have my own guilt about that sort of thing, not being able to save him. But at some point after we made it to the church, as you know, they took his body, and they're almost certainly going to be using him, or what is left of him, to manipulate us. And we all need to be prepared for that moment. And I would encourage being angry that they are using him in such a way is a better response than despair. Be prepared.
You're encouraging me to be angry?
I am encouraging everyone to be mentally prepared for when we do encounter him, because they're going to try to use him against us. And it's not Finney. It's not Finney anymore. If anything, we should be prepared to do what we got to do to keep whatever visage of Finney from being used against us.
I'm going to forge the path here and say that Finney was taken from us at Death House. Whatever this thing that they throw at us is no longer Finney and will be put down like the creature he is. Yes, Gheera? With love?
Death House? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, the coffin maker's shop. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the place. This, for example, got me on there. But still.
Because he did almost die in Death House, so I was like, wait!
He was taking from us there. Whatever they send at us is no longer him. I will have no compunctions about taking him out. Because I do not wish him to just sneak up on us in the middle of nowhere. You first, you next, you next.
Unfortunately, I am more familiar with Finney's skills. You all only saw some of what he can do.
I've seen
He
him
is
fight.
very quiet and very sneaky. These same abilities, he will likely still have what is left of him.
I think we should leave this place.
What place?
Vallaki. Obviously Barovia, but for now, Vallaki. I don't want to encounter Finney. And we're wanted here at this point. We're gonna get hunted down. I don't think we can stay here.
I do not think we will find or meet Finney anytime soon.
I don't think we'll encounter Finney ever again.
Well, I mean his body.
I know. I just want us to stop thinking of it as Finney. It's not
Done.
Finney wandering around out there.
How are you gonna say that when
Done.
their mom... She was just here, and she had been turned.
Only because she had been released control-wise. But only for a
But she
time.
was
But she was
in
still
there.
in there.
She was in there that whole time like a prisoner. Which means Finney is gonna be trapped in there like a prisoner.
What if we can save him?
We can't.
Do you think there's a way to change him back?
No, I do not.
She.
I do
Again,
not. Think
I don't want to say anything to get his hopes up.
Yes.
I don't want to either. I just don't want to face this Finney thing right now.
We
I
do
don't
not know enough about what they are, how they work, or if they can be changed back.
Maybe-
You do have a point.
Let's
that
just leave. Let's go
soul
south.
is somehow
Is there
still
anyone
in
around
there.
us right now? Is there people around us that can hear us right now?
Just the
Father's
father.
in there.
Yeah.
Well,
And he's kind of studiously.
Ismark and Shasha are in here.
Yeah.
No, I mean people eavesdropping where they shouldn't be hearing what we're fucking talking about right now.
Maybe this item.
You don't think so?
So
That's
I
about the
do
time.
agree with Farron that perhaps leaving temporarily would be a good idea.
Well, that's the next thing to discuss.
Take care of this winery thing.
Yes.
And that'll give a few days for them to forget about us, do other things, have other things come to their minds, and then we can come back triumphantly with the wine.
I do not think they will forget.
No, but they will have other things that happen that will take their attention instead
We
of
have
just
the
being
people on our
completely
side.
focused on us.
If we saved all the wine for the town.
That's true.
Let us come back triumphantly then.
Strength in numbers, even if the numbers can vary back and forth and change their minds. But
Agreed.
So I understand that the wine might be a good thing for morale long term, but do we have something more pressing with discussing something with that's Vallaki,
The Volkner house?
the Wagner house?
You said she wanted to meet.
Aye.
It might be best
I-
not to ignore that, but not
Well, if we're
do
not
her
here-
bidding.
I do
yet.
go in.
ignore
I
it.
do go into I relay the whole spiel about like the mom and kind of the details and stuff like that. Everyone was here to hear that, right?
Except for Kinsey.
Kinsey was not.
Basically, she.
So
wants to
yeah,
off the whole
I think we
family.
started talking about this a bit ago.
y'all updated me a little bit on it, yeah.
But yeah, they basically the mom has kind of gone off the deep end and wants to not just like deal with the problem. She wants basically she wants to destroy the
Yeah, she wants the entire current Baron family just
gone.
Two things to that. First, if we are able to heal the child's mind, as we have discussed previously,
Aye.
that will mitigate some of the problems. I do not believe it will mitigate all of them. I think she will still find a new reason to go after the Baron and his family.
I think that's true, but it is the right thing to do.
I'm not saying it's not. The second thing is that her plans are predicated on enough people rising up at an appropriate time. We all saw what happened at the parade. We all saw how close it was at the parade. I do not believe it will happen in any next few days if we go and take care of this and come back.
And if we come back bearing lots of wine, I mean,
And she will
we'll
still
have lessons
want,
Much
of
more to our
Perhaps.
advantage, but we can also tell her it would be an advantage to her.
right.
especially if she commissioned us to go get it.
Then why don't we relay that we'll be back to speak with them? She sent that runner, and as far as I know, he's still out there waiting.
I'll go out and speak with him. I'll ask
I'll come
him
with
to
you.
give us a day or two.
putting on my diplomatic hat here a bit, I would say just let them know that we're not ignoring them.
We'll come with you, so you're not alone.
How long would it take to just visit in person, share some words with her? See what else she would be willing to tell us about her situation.
It would take important daytime travel time. That's what it would take.
It'd be at least a couple of hours.
If we want to get there today, we need to leave. It's almost a full day, right?
The vineyard is how far?
You get the sense that it's maybe a few like determined hours.
Father, how far, if we are walking quickly, you think we can make it there before high grade?
Maybe not quite that quickly, my son, but within a few determined hours.
What I do not like is spending most of the day and arriving before it gets dark. Then we're in a potentially dangerous situation that we know nothing about right before nightfall.
We could camp just outside of the area, spend the night, and then go in the morning. There's also the possibility that if we go to the Wachter house first, we could persuade her to have her guard escort us out of the city safely.
That would at least help us mitigate any problems with the sheriff.
That was Ismark.
I think I asked him to wait because I told him that we would expect them to escort us just to the Wachter house, but if we play nice enough, we could ask for the guard to escort us as well out of the city so we could at least get to the road without being bothered by the sheriff. Make our way out, spend the second half of the day getting there, bed down a little bit outside of the area, and then the next morning we could make our way to the actual winery and see what's going on.
I'm not fond of staying outside at night in the forest.
We are going to probably be going into very hostile territory, otherwise it wouldn't have, been disrupted in the first place.
Is there somewhere around here that is not hostile territory? Other than inside of this church?
There are places that are more of an imminent threat than others.
Friends, at the risk of reopening an entire debate, now that the church is well and truly sanctified again, Father, do the rest of you, do you think this is a safer place for Sasha than on the road?
Certainly.
Should we still keep him with us?
There's no question that this is safer than the road. If we are simply making a day trip to the winery and coming back.
We do not know if the sheriff is stopped by the doorways of this place.
Yeah, that's true.
Likely not.
Never. You
Not
know
just
I'm
the
not
more
fond of
immediate
leaving him.
threat.
So.
I agree.
I could disguise him heavily before we leave.
Which one?
Not leaving him.
Have him in a place where the father knows probably the best place in here to keep him away if he arrived, but...
Well, Sasha. Being that you're going to be doing this more and more, you're going to need to start weighing in on, your own life's choices.
I don't really know what's right, though, Durgan.
Welcome to being an adult.
I think we need to train him.
It's just about doing the best you can, lad.
I've been meaning to, but
Hard to find time lately.
I-
Speaking of which, and when I say that, I just walk over to Artexia and start working on her disguise since we're all in here.
Time.
Okay.
I got.
Okay.
And when I finish with her, I just start on Sasha.
Okay.
Should I go ahead and roll on Sasha?
Yeah, on Sasha.
I don't have to roll on her.
See if you can improve.
Once she finishes me, I've already been thinking about, I hate dealing with everyone's opinions. I would rather just do what I want. But so I'm going to just exit from this. And is there a wood beam above us, above the pews? Because we're in the church. Is there
You can find some rafters, sure.
I want to hop up there and just... I just want to have some peace while they sit there and argue amongst themselves. I already said what I want to say.
Okay.
And I'm like, so yeah, I'm just... Yeah.
Okay. Druid's gonna druid.
Yeah.
All right then, Durgan. What's the plan? Or wait, because you have to finish first. So
It's gonna matter whether we can set up either a time or go by today is really just what we need to figure out. And then it sounds like we think that the wine is the next thing to do, at least to get us out of the limelight or out of the spotlight for a while. Actually, you wouldn't know spotlight, but out of the light for a while.
Yes, I do.
I think Farron's right.
And then when we return, we have more of the town's favor than we do now.
That's true too.
Okay.
Sitting in here for the next couple of days is probably not wise.
Staying in the church is not a plan.
I don't think so either.
It is safer than other places, but...
Speak for yourself, Durgan, the father says with a smile.
I'm just saying we can't stay here while the problems brew around us.
Of course, of course.
Father, there's still the matter of maybe a quick something for our friend.
Friend.
Finny.
Service for the friend.
Even if you could just say a few words at some point before we leave.
Oh, he had included that in the.
Oh, it was
in the
part of
writing.
his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons people were so moved and effusive and everything. Yeah, he did that.
Aren't they
Thanks, we
funeral
all
for
weren't even there
Finny?
for it. Shame on you guys. I was there.
Do you want a funeral here? I actually wasn't sure of your rights.
I would not.
If you change your mind, let me.
He is dead. I acknowledge that.
Those words sting me from up there.
He is no longer Finny, even if we see him again. But the funeral is to say goodbye. A funeral is final. And this is not.
I think I understand. Well,
If
let me
there
know.
is to be a funeral, there will be a fire. And he will not return after.
I see.
Well,
A warrior's death. Because he died this one.
An interesting custom, Gheera of Clan Shikani. I will remember that.
the two questions in my mind really about whether we go now or after we speak with the Wagners is, well, something I might defer to you on. You're more stately than I. Do you think it's important enough that we leave, and will we damage any other communications we have with them by leaving now?
She could see it as a rejection or as us leaving
I was about-
indefinitely. You know?
What if they get mad that we're leaving? It's better to do it and ask an apology later. I scream from up top.
We can send a message saying that we're going to head off to where we're going. And
You misunderstand me. I think it's better to go and see her first. At least speak with her this morning.
I agree.
Let
with
her know we
It is worth the
leave
time.
for a day or two to carry out a certain matter. But at least give her the impression that we wish to continue to work with her. If we skip town right now and don't say a word after they've sent someone again to try to speak with us, it's going to look like we're intentionally avoiding her. And I don't want to make an enemy of her, although I'm not sure anymore I want to make a friend of her. I think it wouldn't.
Does she know about
wise
the
to
wine
leave.
situation?
Probably not.
Can't say.
They've been trying to keep that, sealer bottled up.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they get for not having a brew here.
I would.
Then we should respect that. If this Lady Voctor pushes us to stay because she thinks it is the best time to move now, then we inform her we can gain more town favor by taking care of something.
I don't think that's likely. I think you're probably right. That she's probably still got enough of her wits about her to know the difference between being successful with positioning her pieces than not.
She'll move slowly and carefully.
It's just a whether, I think right now it's just a matter of knowing whether we're on the board or not.
We are on the board.
Well, but she needs to feel that too.
She's not sure where we are on the board yet.
I'm going to go tell the messenger to fetch the guard and come back. We'll have a little more time to talk.
I do not believe that leaving with the guard out of the city would be a good idea. I personally think having them create a diversion for us to go out quietly while Isaac and the others are
That
held off
may
to the
not
side.
even be needed.
If he's that
The
interested,
church is so close to the gate that we would be leaving.
and the gates would not be watched by Isaac.
We'll have a
They
better
may
idea
not
of
be
this
controlled by him.
thoughts and state of the city, and perhaps even the state of the sheriff if we go and speak with her. She's keeping close eyes on him. We can decide that later.
She also might know an alternative route out.
All right, I'm going to go tell him to fetch a guard.
Done.
Sounds like what happened to the Wagner house, at least for this morning.
So this whole time, it seems like Octavio shows up at just the right amount. I'm going to sit here and try and channel thinking about him and hope. I want to see if he'll turn up by just me sending out thoughts of him.
Summoning Rictavio.
That's fair. The summon Rictavio spell. So he seemed to. This was an important detail from last one, Kenzie. So essentially, he kind of had like an emotional moment over Fate's corpse. Emotional for him.
Rictavio?
Rictavio did, and there was a little chink in his armor, and your character would have been paying attention to this. You think what he said was that he thinks that her death is his fault because he has a curse on him. And that's one of the reasons why he keeps people at distance. Now, your character happens to know that actually that's incorrect because that was her curse.
Yeah.
That was catching up with her, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So he left, he took Fate, and he was going to give her basically a hero's funeral, for many reasons, but...
so he won't be back for a bit.
Yeah, so he's probably not going to be back for a bit.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, can I come back from
Okay,
speaking
so
with them?
yeah, and the guards will be here shortly. He's not going to F around.
Vern comes in, closes the door behind her, and she says, actually, Father, I don't mean to be rude, but would you mind giving us a minute?
Not at all. Believe me. In fact, this is probably about as... have to watch that. Not as spry as I used to be. As he gets up off the stool,
Thank you.
He says, "I'll be on my daily rounds. The church is here, Strahd, if you whatever you need. I trust you completely." And he says, "The rest of you, blessings, his radiance." And he leaves.
I just need to say something really fast. I don't really know how to process what happened, but I feel different than I did yesterday before all this happened, and I think I cared about Finny, and I don't want to despair, like you said, Durkin. I don't think Finny would want us to despair. I think he would rather we be angry. I think...
And proud.
And the darkness starts to see a little bit of light.
He would be proud that we accomplished what we meant to.
Yeah, he'll be proud of us. So let's...
And he thought you setting the lady's house on fire would have been the best thing.
He was so funny like that.
Oh, no, you did that.
Well, let's just do it then. Let's fight for him, since he's not going to fight with us, and we can be Finny's fury.
I hop down, keep fooling behind me, put my hand in the middle for Finny.
Gheera's immediately like, sure.
Ismark is next.
All right.
I guess I started it.
Nice fury then. Oh, come on.
I grab him.
Come on, Kathy, I know you love it. Finny's Fury.
Finny! Oh.
For friends and family everywhere.
Yeah. Aye. Let's
Everywhere.
hook him up.
They may be far, but we will draw on their strength while we are here.
Let me tell you something, everyone. The anger and the pain that they're feeling, that's after they're gone, that's love enduring. You hear? It does not die with them, or you wouldn't feel it.
Caitlin, if you don't already have it, I'm going to give you inspiration.
Oh, great, because I just used my inspiration a few minutes ago to try and persuade that.
Yes, yes, you
I'm
did.
saying for the first time in a long time, I actually feel like we are right where we're supposed to be. Even though connected by a poor fate, I think we're on the right track.
Well, we'll see.
As the guards get back, are you taking like adventuring gear with you? Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to
All of it,
maybe
yeah.
sleep
Okay, so
on the
you-
road.
so you're
and
assuming-
fight
we had all our stuff
So
brought.
we might be leaving from Vodka House.
Thankfully,
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
exactly.
Okay,
No,
so
we're
we're
not
I was
assuming
actually
that.
thinking the same
If
thing.
they're gonna escort us
Yep,
out,
yep.
and we can still decide if that's what we
Yeah, I
want
don't
to
think
do,
we're coming
we're
back
gonna
to
have
the
to
church
leave
right away.
straight from there.
Okay.
Probably, so.
It'd be nice. I feel a lot better staying here, but
Yeah.
I mean,
For Barovia, it's the best night's sleep you've had yet. Okay. You march on over there, and some of the city guards do take note, but they do not. Whatever weird, like, city political dynamic is going on that y'all don't understand all the nuance of, the guards decide this is not the time, especially absent the sheriff.
wow.
They decide it's not the time to try to stop and interrogate or harass you.
I'm definitely keeping my eyes out for
That's super interesting. Is that even his own men, his own guard, aren't necessarily like
I don't know if
fervently supporting the same positions.
I
Yeah.
don't know
They
if
just don't want to. They just don't want to tangle with 5 or 6 different.
on Sasha.
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
Guys.
Sasha.
Five or
Okay.
6 different.
But if they're
judges
just
out on the road.
watching us
Yeah,
instead of
we're in
running off
flash right
to
now.
go tell somebody, then that's
And
worthy.
yeah, when you hit that 20 again, then you'll have that perfected. Okay. That's pretty good though. You're getting the hang.
He's
And,
much better disguised.
so he's an even prettier girl then.
Beautiful.
Darling.
So you get around and you see Vokter House during the day has quite a different feel to it. It feels a bit more open. And you can see that there's been a real attempt at making some sort of garden like around there. I mean, there's the practicalities of food, but perhaps in happier days it was something that actually the lady of the house truly enjoyed doing, as opposed to like the Baron's mansion, where the mansion is physically larger and like more opulent, but it's clearly can only be supported by draining the resources of the people around it. And as you come around, there are probably four of the servants who go out armed come out, and then the one runs ahead to inform his lady. And as you, so the guards get you there at the front, and the man does not come back. And the guards kind of look at each other, and then after a second, they're like, yeah. What, did he forget that we were here? Pardon us, and go out there, Lars. So the youngest one of them detaches, so you have 3 left, runs around the side, doesn't come back.
Farron puts her hand over her mouth and says to Gheera, "Is this a trap?"
Wait, where are we again?
We're right outside
the
the
front
house.
door?
Yeah, Vokter House. And they're running
And
around
they went...
to the side, like they're running around to the side of the house.
So the man went in to announce we were there. Nobody came back for us, and now the guards have gone off, leaving us alone in the front of the house.
Well, the 3 guards are still with you. They sent the youngest
kid.
one.
The youngest
Or the kid.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
around.
I still ask Gheera if she thinks it's a trap.
And they're looking
Could be?
at each other. Well, should we just go inside, or no? The lady was very clear.
Let us walk around the back.
She's taking the morning in her garden. They kind of look at each other, and they break from around you, and they actually go ahead. They actually like form up and go ahead of you. Now these are house servants. They are ready to fight, but they're not like in heavy armor or anything. I mean, they basically have some sort of basic. They have like a spear or maybe some iron banded club or something like that. And okay. So do you take the lead or do you let them go? Like, do you stick with them, but you let them sweep ahead of you?
I'm sticking right behind them.
Oh yeah, definitely them in front. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let following
wanna-
Gheera at this point. I'm a little.
I'll let them go first,
I don't want to be trapped in any type of freaking way.
but I'm literally getting my axe out and actually considering putting the pack down. Can we fight with the packs on? Is there a disadvantage to that?
You can fight.
Clunky or
You can fight with them on.
okay.
I'm gonna hang in the back of the group as I just want even just like a few steps behind, like just want to make sure.
If you were going to try to do backflips in it, I might give you some kind of penalty, but yeah, just combat in
Classic
general.
Gheera back.
Yeah, Gheera with all that wire foo. Okay, you're going around, and the lead man, the oldest of them, as soon as he rounds the corner, you hear him say, "My lord," and he runs forward, and the other two run, and you hear Lady Voctor's voice as you round the corner, "Mein son, mein son." And so you see Nikolai, and he is, so like as you round, he's facing you. So it looks like he was coming around maybe from the back of the house or something. And he's just standing there, slack-jawed, and almost like a weird pantomime where he had perhaps drawn his sword, but you see the sword is on the ground now. And he's standing there almost like stunned, like a statue. You see Lady Voctor next to him, kind of trying to shake him out of it, and you can hear the rising, like she's trying to keep herself in check, but you can hear the rising panic as her son looks paralyzed or something. A momentary effect, nothing to be too alarmed at, Fiona. You see a man, a myth, a creature stand up from the furniture that had been placed out there. Tall, powerful. Hair as black as night, eyes like two glittering obsidian chips. Stately, nay, regal. And as that heavy, ancient gaze sweeps across your group, "I must apologize. I have been remiss in my duties as your host. Welcome to Barovia. I will now make amends." And that is where we will pause the tale.
You motherfucker.
As you encounter one Strahd von Zarovich.
I know it! Sorry.
In a beautiful side garden of Voctor House.
You motherfucker. We shouldn't have gone here. I fucking knew it. We just had to talk to these motherfuckers.
It's all your fault, Karen. And Durgan.
That's my plan all along, guys.
Friends, here we go.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Hope you enjoyed our tale, and we will see you here next time. Take care out there.
Bye.